epidemic sounds doing that?
Yeah, I don't get that at all.
Oh, yeah. I'm back with the baby spoonula. I think we figured it out. Hopefully. I think we figured it out. I think there was a website title should be later Monday. Sorry if that took longer than 60 seconds. The website that I used for licensed and royalty-free music was like eating into my CPU for some reason. So it was making everything really slow. Hey, I can't stay tonight, but I wanted to say hi and have a good stream. Hi and bye. So good to see you briefly. And I'm glad that you said hello. Hello, hello, friend. But we're back. We are back. Okay, so let us play around with some videos. Actually, no. Let's start with the Twitter sphere. Shall we? Let's do this one. Let me make this just a wee bit bigger. Let's make this just a touch bigger. Okay, there we go. So, let me go to my bookmarks. Nope, that's not it. There it is. So I saw this today and was like, oh my God, what is that? But there's no link, so I'm gonna have to look it up. Let's see if I can look it up. Let's see. Man charged with murder after allegedly killing a man eating his face. Oh my God. Allegedly? Murder after eating face. Oh, yep, here it is. Oh my goodness. Let's see, share screen. Here we go. Who has gotten a bit hangry waiting at the bus? I don't know. This guy was pretty hangry to eat a human's face. That's so gross. Okay. Murder suspect accused of eating victim's face near Las Vegas Strip. What the fuck, you guys? Las Vegas. A man allegedly murdered another man at a bus stop near the Las Vegas Strip, eating his victim's face in the process, according to documents the 8 News Now investigators obtained. Colin Check, 29, faces a charge of open murder. Just before 5 a.m. Sunday, a person called police about a man who reportedly tackled another man to the ground on Las Vegas Boulevard near Charleston Boulevard, documents said. 45 minutes later, another person called police saying a man was on top of another man at a bus stop eating the other man's face. What? Paramedics. What was officers responded, finding Chuck kneeling next to the victim with biological matters in his hair, mouth, and on his clothing. Transport of the victim. Yeah, the crazy drugs were definitely strong with this one. Strong with this one. And woof. Paramedics transported the victim, identified as Kenneth Brown, to the hospital where the doctor pronounced him dead in the forever box. Brown had a large cut to his part of his head, and he was missing an eye and an ear. According to documents, oh my god. He's going in and out of consciousness. Oh, this guy was high as a kite. Dang. He later told officers he is unhoused. Unhoused! Oh my gosh. I doubt this person said, I highly doubt this person said, I'm unhoused. No, he's homeless. He's freaking homeless. And was awake for 5 days straight because something was possessing him. Yes, drugs. Chuck also told detectives he used his teeth to hurt the victim. He used his teeth to eat the man's eyeballs and ears. No. No! Did they question if he was one of the cannibals that ate the president's uncle? Well, no, that was a joking matter, apparently to Karine Jean-Pierre. She never answers any damn questions. The worthless press secretary. Worthless. Okay, well, now that we went through that one, I suppose we can move on to the next bookmark. Oh, this. Oh my gosh.
Oh, look, they're making their burger while I'm going this way. Excuse me. This is what they do. Everybody, look at this. Look at this. I'm a UCLA student. I deserve to go here. We pay tuition. This is our school. And they're not letting me walk in. My class is over there. I want to use that entrance. Why can't they go? Will you let me go in? This could be over in a second. Just let me and my friends go in to class.
We're not engaging with that.
Then you can move. Will you move?
We're not engaging with that.
Okay, we're going. We're going. I'm going in. I have my hands up. I'm not hurting them. You guys have closed the entrance. We are UCLA students. I have my ID right here. I'm being blocked off.
This is ridiculous.
Not by the security guard, but by you two. You three.
Like, in what state of mind do you have to be in to... This is anti-Semitism. I don't care. You cannot word it any other way. It's anti-Semitism. These people are being anti-Semitic to Jewish students. I mean, they're trying to segregate Jewish students on their own. I mean, I feel like we're in the 60s in Birmingham. The binder is the press secretary. KJP is the carrier of the binder. Listen, Kayleigh McEnany was the best. Alex Stein got clobbered from behind by some trans for Palestine thugs. Was this recently? Was this today? I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen this either. Oh, no, dang it. I didn't mean to unbookmark it.
We really all need a tremendous hug in the world right now.
Yeah.
But in our country, we need you to be Mamala of the country. I've been thinking that we really all need a tremendous hug in the world right now.
Yeah.
But in our country, we need you to be Mamala of the country.
Yeah.
What? Mamala? I mean, doesn't Drew Barrymore have mommy issues? So yeah, that makes sense. I don't want her as my mom. But if you do, that's fine. If she gets on her knees again for a Dylan hug, I'm throwing up. Oh my God, I know. I just hate how close she sits to them. It's very uncomfortable. And the things that she says to be like profound and moving are just awkward because it's dumb. We need you to be Mamala? No, we don't. We actually don't want you as vice president anymore because you're not doing anything. You haven't done anything except make an idiot of yourself. That's all. That's all. Oh, I need to add that to my soundboard. That's all. I should find it right now. Let's see. That's all. Miranda Priestley. Soundbite. Let's see if it sounds okay.
Union, which exposed the
No, that doesn't sound good. We don't want that. I just want one that goes, that's all. That's all.
That's all.
Yeah, there it is. I want that one. Download. Download. Why aren't you downloading? Oh. I have to watch this ad. Do I watch too many rom-coms? I got the Miranda reference instantly. No, you know what? I think The Devil Wears Prada was a great movie. Is it a chick flick? Absolutely. But like, I know a lot of guys that like the movie. I don't think there's anything wrong with that because I think it's actually a good movie. It's just very driven towards women because of the whole like fashion element. Yeah. I mean, I don't think so. I think it's just give me the sound. What in the heck? At least she flashed Letterman before she became very old and dumb. Just dumb. Yeah. Fly in here. Anyway, how while I find this sound, how's everyone doing? What's everyone's night? How has everyone's Monday been? How's everyone's Monday been? Oh my God, why is it so hard to download this freaking sound?
That's all.
Download. Oh my God. Just another manic Monday. Yeah. That's what she said. Is it? Is it? Is it? Great cast, great writing. I had bought every Vogue for 20 years by then. The whole growing up in clothing factories thing. Ooh, that's fascinating. What clothing factories did you grow up in? That's very interesting. Oh, me singing the song. Just another manic Monday. Give me the sound, damn it. It's like, watch this ad. There's no ad. Ugh. Give me the sound. You turd. Ugh, so annoying. Well, that's not gonna work. Obviously. So, that clip was disturbing, if I do say so myself. Family ran clothing companies. First jackets, then dresses, few stops for lingerie, leather, etc. That's very interesting. I am fascinated. I am fascinated. The vamp name is about chokers, etc. I think it's so funny that those little tattoo chokers are coming back. Oh, I'm making a video on Yo, Khaled Ode. Did I say that right? Did I say that right? Hello, hello, hello. You get up. Whoop, there it is. What's going on? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Oh, I said it perfectly. Khaled Ode. Khaled Ode. Well, good. Because, you know, people mispronounce my name all the time, and I'm just like, it is what it is. Unless it's my first name. And, you know, I've started to give more grace towards people because I realized that, like, people enunciate things and pronounce things differently in different parts of the country or wherever you're from. So, but because I'm from, like, the South, my name is pronounced. My name's pronounced. It's pronounced Megan. But I had neighbors that used to call me Megan. And it drove my mom nuts. So, and that's not my name. That's not my name. That's not my name. It's Megan. And as I've gotten older, I've met, you know, a lot of people that are from different parts of the country or live in different parts of the country, obviously. It just depends. Like, both my best friends pronounce my name with a slight little Megan. But it's because of where they're from. That's fine. It's fine. What's hard to pronounce? What's hard to pronounce about yes, goddess? When you do research and think the hot new thing is a 3,500-year-old trend, I know. I know. It's fascinating to me how things are coming back. I think we had this conversation last week. We talked about Ed Hardy coming back. Of course, the old videos last week would suggest Rockstar as a name. Yeah. Ed Hardy, Jinkos. I just hope that Affliction doesn't come back because that's a hard pass. Like, that needs to stay in the vault forever. forever and never come out. You have an Ed Hardy hoodie? Why? Is it old? Did you just hang on to it, or did you just buy it? Because if you just bought it, Zia, we're gonna have a problem. We need to have a talk. We really do. This is not good. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. My friend just got retweeted by the whatever podcast. Oh my gosh. This is what? I have to find this. This is amazing. How do I donate? I don't. You can on. Ooh. Well, I don't think I'm there yet on YouTube. I don't think I have that yet. My channel is still growing, so I'm not sure if I actually still if I have that yet. Let me double check. Hold on. Supers. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it. You can maybe PayPal? I don't know. I have PayPal, which that's what my Twitch is connected to. But I appreciate that very much. Yeah, and you can sub on Twitch if you're on Twitch. Which is another way to donate. Yeah, I don't have super chats yet, unfortunately. It says super chats. You can earn each time by fans by highlighted chat or image. Yeah. I don't think I'm quite there yet, which sucks. It's annoying. YouTube's qualifications in order to get monetized has gotten out of control. We are going to talk her into publishing a nondescript PO box serviced by a few Marines for safety, and then we can send money orders and chocolate. I like those. You did inspire me to set up. Oh, they did lower it because I feel like it got higher. Oh, the streaming part of it is 1,000 hours. Now the content part of it is still pretty ridiculous. No, you did inspire me to set up a PO box, so I am looking into that. The content is you have to have 3,000 watch hours within 365 days, and you have to have 3 million views on your shorts, or 3 million views on your shorts. So it's either or in the last 90 days. Yeah. Which is a lot when you're a small channel. Hot tub stream. Hot tub stream. No. No, sir. Make sure you make... let's see. Make sure you make much more than the cost of renting the PO box before spending the money. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I don't even know how PO boxes work. But I'm sure I could set something up. I'm sure I could set something up, but I appreciate you guys. Yeah, I mean, I can set up a Patreon. Maybe I'll do that right now. Let's see. Patreon. Get started. Continue. Mikey Moo 32. Yes. Connect. Allow. Patreon sucks for those who don't trust Bill Gates. I've actually never used it. Other than like, I think I subscribe to one person on Patreon, and that's Donut Operator. Hold on, I'm gonna connect. I'm connecting all my socials to Patreon, and then I'll link you guys. Instagram. Let's see. Let's see here. Save. Save. Allow. Okay. Connected. Get connected for free at Education Connection. Don't mind me. I'm just losing my mind. Do y'all remember that commercial? The Education Connection song? Please tell me you've seen that commercial, guys. Education Connection. Please tell me you've seen it. Were you always making videos since 2009? Yeah, I was. So I was doing like old school OG acoustic covers. Please enter a valid state. I was doing old school like OG acoustic covers. And I was also, I had a music career, and I would upload a lot of covers all the time, and then I stopped because I got into other things. And the YouTube channel just, I never did anything with it. It was still there. And then I started making content again as of last year. But content. Hello, Jock. Hello. Okay, Patreon is set up. Yeah. This is it. Callie, you should have seen the 3 a.m. Rockstar performances you showed last week. Oh yeah, those were the days. Those were the days. Okay, I don't know how to set this up. She hit 41 and hit pause. I'm not 41! Haven't heard of it. I will show you the Education Connection video. It must have been a US thing, particularly in the South, because I've also asked my friends if they had seen it, and they said no, and I was flabbergasted. Kevin! Education Connection. Get connected for free at education connection. Okay, how do I set this up? Describe. Tell people. Memberships. Get started. Next. Wait, okay. Sorry, I'm reading how to set up a Patreon because you guys are awesome and want to donate. So it's best to start with a few compelling benefits. Well, for now, we'll just say, okay, help me. Help me. What should tier 1 be named? It should be just called Basic Bitch. It can be called I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What should we call it? Tier 1. Tier 1! What do we call tier 1? First good name wins. Yogurt! Oh, I like that. It's yogurt. The bit after the fact. I'll update benefits after this. Mid-tier level about the Psycho Space Hockey Club. I think we'll call it Marvel Madness. Call it Meg Madness. Now, these may change. It's here. Does it have... Oh, sorry. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Sorry. The internet crapped out for a second. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Can you hear me okay? Am I back? Am I back? Am I back? Are we back? I got a link for Places in Billions. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Like, I don't even know. I don't need billions. Although I would like some. Billions sound very nice.
Okay, I was asked something very strange. I was asked something by a friend, and I'm just so confused. And I need to look at what she's talking about. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Oh. Oh goodness. Woo. That came out of nowhere. Do you remember when we used to sing? You think your brain is buffeting? Yeah, my brain is always buffering. It's always buffering. Okay, let's see. We've got... Okay, so my friend tweeted the... Let's see. Wait, how did they even find this tweet? Oh, probably because Red Pill Bros. She probably tagged Red Pill Bros. Guys, I need you to help go save my friend because these assholes are coming after her, and we need to stay strong. So her initial tweet. I know, I really like Adrian too. She's cool. So go save her on Twitter. Help. She said, I miss when men and women were completely mystified by our inherent differences, but in a good-natured way. Like women were all like, God, Jeff has been out back all morning, tinkering with his bike and ignoring me with a little eye roll, smiling out the window fondly at Jeff. And then we're all like, women be shopping with a big sigh, bringing their little Spinderella in for a big bear hug and telling her she's beautiful in her new dress. You know, back before all women were aging selfish whores who hit the wall and all men were oppressors hell-bent on harming women, can we just start getting an affably bemused kick out of each other again? And she had a response that said, this is what the left does. They pit man against woman, gay against straight, white against black, rich against poor. A unified nation is a strong nation. It's divide and conquer. Her response was, seems to be the strategy, unfortunately. We on it. Good. Mostly under the guise of conservatism. Oh, hi. It's fine now. I don't know what happened.
No, something's weird.
Oh. Mostly under the guise of conservatism, the Red Pill Bros and their dual queens, Myron and Pearl, are contributing just as much to the division between men and women and doing as much to subvert the family as radical feminists do. It's all degenerate and backwards. So... I guess everyone from whatever is giving her a hard time. It says, feminists started the war on men. It's been over a century. Feminists perpetuate often false victim narratives about women, how women are oppressed, men are the oppressors, men are starting to stand up and say these lies aren't true and that men don't have it nearly as well as feminists like to claim. There are very compelling arguments that can be made that men actually had it and have it worse than women, but men were all too happy to ignore this until feminists shoved lies and hate in the face of men. You start claiming that men are privileged and women aren't, you have now set the framework for men to investigate whether these claims are real or true and to start making counterclaims. Your claim about a few red pill content creators being as damaging as feminism is laughable. It's really not. It's actually really not. Feminism is a Goliath. Yes. She's not saying she's a feminist. In fact, she pointed out that feminism is also a contributor to the problem. Feminism holds all the keys. Feminism holds all the cards. Feminism holds all the power. Look no further than its grasp in all realms, corporations, journalism, government, media, blah, blah, blah. Nearly every single... yeah, I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. He didn't read all of her tweet. I'm bored. I'm bored. As if men didn't spend the whole damn morning shopping at the bike or boat parts store all afternoon at the barbecue store. The dumbass conservatives, there are some, try to link old-fashioned women to conservatism and anything modern to the leftists. Real women can do anything. If you're afraid of a feminist, you aren't a man, you're a little girl. I agree. This whatever person is stupid trying to sound smart and not the best reading comprehension. Feminist or not isn't the fight. As always, it's stupid versus good. Exactly. And like she didn't even, let's go back. What'd she say? Oh gosh, here we go. Sorry guys, our internet is being very weird tonight. I don't know what's going on, so just let me know if I'm back. Am I here? I'm here. I'm here, right? I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Yeah, it's... She said the whatever people and those who watch them are idiots, I guess. Did she say that? Seems to be stretched, however. I don't see that. She said Red Pill Bros, and I'm sure that's one of their like many searched keywords. When you were a dragonfly, imagining you were a video star burning brighter than the sun.
It says you have a really bad connection.
I know.
Like super slow.
Why?
Oh, see this right here? Yeah.
What's that?
That should say 2,500.
Why is it doing that?
I don't know.
Why am I not directly connected?
You are directly connected.
Oh.
So I can't figure out. But I can't do anything about it.
Yeah. We may have to cut the stream short tonight, guys. My internet lurker has joined the show. You're a lurker. I am a lurker. Because our internet is just being so strange tonight, unfortunately. But it's not one thing, it's the other. I think it's this room. I think this room is cursed. I don't know. I think it's the room. I think it's the room. Didn't even bring a bowl of popcorn. He said no popcorn tonight. Yeah, the whatever guy, like, he makes some really good points sometimes, but it's very easy to win an argument with a dumbass. And that's all he has on his show. He has very dumb women on his show who are young and don't have any life experience. All they have the experience of is selling themselves on OnlyFans. That's the only experience they have. So of course he's going to win any debate and any argument with a young woman that has no life experience, probably has been fed her opinions with a spoon via college or the celebrities that she follows and aspires to be on Instagram. But my friend Adrian is incredibly intelligent. So for him to try and roast her with this one tweet when he didn't even read the whole thread just shows more stupidity on his part, in my opinion. Yeah, he should debate someone like Dr. Jordan Peterson. I would love to see that. I would love to see Dr. Peterson. I would love to see Jordan Peterson rip into this guy and like find the root of his issues. Like, I'm sure Brian from whatever is a good guy. He seems very private with his private life, which I respect. But I mean, like I said, it's very easy for someone to have a bunch of stupid girls on the show and win an argument and a debate, and it makes you look smarter. You're the smartest person in the room, which is a great tactic. You always want to be the smartest person in the room. So you invite the dumbest people around you. It's a great concept. But I would love to see him sit down with someone like Jordan Peterson and let Jordan Peterson school him on some stuff. Because unfortunately, the portrayal of women that they are giving exposure is painting all women to be this way. And it's very unfortunate. And I think it has contributed to this towards women. Unnecessary hatred towards women that we're seeing on the internet right now. Like this claim that all women are feminists. I saw this the dumbest argument. It was because I made a tweet that said the red pill bros using the term feminists like liberals use the term racist. It's gonna lose its luster. It's gonna become meaningless if you use it too much. Just like when they started calling everyone racist. Oh, everything is racist. Like, everything became racist. So then no one started taking it seriously. So this is the same thing. No one's gonna take the word feminist or your feminism as, like, it's not gonna be taken seriously if you keep throwing that around. Let's see. Yeah, the generalization is crazy. His boyfriend likes him. His other boyfriend is met, and their goat wants to leave. Yeah. Dudes saying that are chronically online. There are tons of amazing women out there. There are. If a guy does show after show showing the worst of women, fame whores, all, maybe he doesn't like women. Maybe he hates them. Yes. Yeah. I'll leave that up there. Yes. And that's my point. So everyone was... The tweet itself was so stupid. There was no opinion. There was no opinion in it. There were no facts in it. It was just simply stating red pill bros throwing around the term feminist just like liberals throw around the word racist. But these guys were commenting and replying to this tweet, trying to cherry pick the shit out of it, finding things to say to me, inserting an opinion that I didn't even say. And I kept firing back like, where did it say that? Where did I say that? Show me where I said that. I didn't say that. So what I will say is that one guy basically said that all... Let me see if I can find it. Instagram. He's just trying to paint all women under the same brush. It is really dumb. It's so dumb. And that's what all men are trying to do now. It's sad and it's pathetic. Okay, I found it. Okay, so this is a tweet. Red Pill Bros throwing around the term feminist like liberals throw around the term racist. Is there any opinion in there whatsoever? It's incredibly misogynistic to want a woman to abide specifics of look, dress, opinion, speech, friends, desire. Accept a woman as she is, or don't demand her to change. You're a gem, my friend. You are a gem. Just say you don't have the definition. You don't have a definition of feminism that includes first and second wave feminism. And I said, where was the attempt to define? If you're upset that someone is labeling you a feminist, aka stating reality, then you either have an issue with their definition or you have a problem with people verbalizing reality. Again, where are you getting this from? Where in the tweet did you find any of this? I can't find the other replies. That's weird. So anyway, this guy basically said that women are all feminists and biological differences are there, and based off of our biological makeup, we are automatically a feminist. So just by being a woman, apparently I'm a feminist. Which I'm not. But what I wanted to point out was that, okay, well, if all women are feminists and you hate feminists, so you hate women, so you gay? Are you gay? I mean, you said it. Just like you said, I was trying to define the term and that I was upset that someone called me a feminist. No one called me a feminist. No one called me a feminist. And even if they did, I wouldn't care because I know that I'm not. They wanted to get a reaction out of me is what they wanted. And I didn't give it to them. That's the best thing you can do is when someone's trying to push your button so much to get a reaction out of you, just don't do anything. Don't say anything. It's not worth it. It's not worth wasting your time or breath because Twitter has become this echo chamber of I have to be right, you're wrong. My opinion is everything, yours is not. It is an ever-losing battle. We're trying to fix the internet.
Oh, we're gonna get it fixed.
Oh, we're gonna get it fixed. We're gonna get it fixed. Oh. Laura finished a workout. Oh, she must have left her watch running. Look.
Oh my god.
My friend left her, I guess, her workout going. And it says she burned 3,500 calories.
No.
Hold on. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, hold up. We're trying to make some adjustments.
No, something in here is causing it. Like it's either the LED lights or something. It's causing it to like freak out.
I know. Something in this room is cursed.
It's gotta be something cheap and Chinese.
Something cheap and Chinese. Well, I did order a hooker, so. Our. Yeah, it glitches. Let's see. Our role when getting into a relationship is to help the other become the best them they want to be, not make them what we want. Yes, exactly. Most women are women. Some are ladies. Being Scott. Some boys are laddies. The stream through a belt blew a gasket. Seems to have lost the drive wheels. Okay. Sorry, guys. My internet is like glitching hard tonight, and I have no idea why. But we might have to cut it short tonight.
I think I got it.
Oh. I think this might be it.
Got it.
Yay! We fixed that. Time for a sleepy cuddle time. Time for sleepy cuddles. Let's see. Hey, you know what?
Shout out to all the parents.
He was wondering if the mirror image show is working properly. Oh my gosh. I know. Okay, let's do this. I want to finish this body cam video. And then we can go to bed, guys. How does that sound? But yeah, just to cap off that conversation we were just having, it's like, no person, not everyone is the same. Not every relationship is the same. So what I'm finding is that a lot of these, there are some women out there that are like submitting in not the right way to their significant other, and in a very unhealthy way, by letting them change everything about themselves. And vice versa. Women do this to men too. It's not a gender role specific thing. It's a personality thing. And when you allow somebody to change like a chameleon, if you allow someone to absolutely change who you are as a person, meaning your characteristics, what makes you you, what makes you authentically you, that person does not love you. They will never love you, because they will constantly beat you down until you become whatever it is that they want. And chances are you never will become what they want. And they will never find what they want because they don't know what they want themselves. And they're never going to find the perfect person because they'll be forever unhappy with whoever it is that they're with. And they will be on chasing the next thing. It's sad. It's a lonely, lonely life. But nobody is the same. No relationship is the same. So to characterize and to generalize relationships as all being the same thing, you can't do that. You absolutely cannot do that. Especially if you have zero experience in something like marriage. That's not how this works. You can aspire to have something that you really, really want in a relationship, in a partner, in a marriage. But it takes two to make that work. And in order to find your person, you have to love them for exactly who they are already. And who they are with you. And vice versa. When you feel that you're having to change everything about yourself to make that person love you, I'm sorry. They are never going to love you. And you will spend the rest of your life, if they stay with you, which they won't. They won't. You will be miserable. You will be very, very miserable and live a very unhappy life. And then it might be too late. I hate to say something like that because I don't feel like anything is too late. I feel like we all go through things for a reason. And, I think divorce is obviously not something that people want or ever imagine when they get married. It's not something that they're like, oh, I'm gonna get married, but 10 years I'll just get a divorce. No one goes down the aisle thinking that. But for couples, and I have friends that have gotten divorced and they ended up finding their person after the fact. So some relationships just are not the same. We should be the son of the ideal self we grow toward, while also being the son that provides love and energy for others to grow towards. Yes. Who you are authentically as a person is what's going to gravitate the good people that you need in your life around you. As long as you stay inherently good and what makes you authentically you, the right people are going to be around you and stay. The ones that don't stay, they're not adding any purpose. They're not adding anything they're not adding any quality to your life. There's no addition being added to your life. I mean, friends can do the same thing. It doesn't even have to be a significant other. Friends can be chameleons or ask you to be a chameleon. Like, oh, you don't like Taylor Swift? Well, we can't be friends. That's a very stupid example, but because I hate Taylor Swift. But it's something as silly as that. It's like, oh, you don't like Taylor Swift? Well, I can't be friends with you because I listen to Taylor Swift all the time. Okay, well, I'll never ask you to stop listening to Taylor Swift because you love her. I might ask you just not to listen to her around me. That's fine. Well, I can't do that. Okay. It is our choices each moment that guide people to you. If you come from love and creativity, then you gather that. If you live greed, intolerance, hate, then it comes from like a magnet. Yeah. And I think, unfortunately, the term narcissist gets thrown around a lot. Love story, Tim McGraw, a couple of... No. Sorry. I cannot stand her. Yeah, I think the term narcissist gets thrown around a lot, unfortunately. By people that don't actually know or have witnessed being in the presence or even possibly abused by a narcissist. Because there are all kinds of narcissists. There are two very specific types of narcissists. There's covert and overt. Overt narcissists know that they're a narcissist and outwardly project it and they don't care. They just know it. And overt narcissists are very calculated and manipulative and have been doing it for a very, very, very long time, and they do not feel anything. They feel nothing. Oh. Let me... I think Indian Jesus is gonna join me. Yay! Narcissists need codependence. Otherwise, they are just whiny little abusive babies. Yeah, well, the problem is they'll never admit when they're wrong. Ever. And everything that every projection that they ever have or say negatively about somebody else, it's always a reflection of themselves. Also, when they mess up, they project that onto someone else very close to them. So instead of like, I don't know, as simple as, you know, you didn't take the trash out. Well, no. So I would say to the narcissist, you didn't take the trash out. Well, you didn't tell me to. Well, yes, I did. No, you didn't. They're like the artist of gaslighting. I've had to salvage many lovely women from those kinds of scum before they could feel beautiful. Yeah. It's very unfortunate. It's an unfortunate thing. I don't wish any sort of... And also, that is a stigma that we need to break in this whole, like, what is technically considered abuse type thing. Like, physical abuse, awful. It is abuse. But there is such a thing as emotional and psychological abuse that gets overlooked because people think abuse is just bruises and broken bones. No, it's not. It's not. Emotional and psychological abuse is still the same thing. It's terrible. It's awful. It's awful. Indian Jesus said, give me 2 minutes. Oh, there he is. Hey!
Can
Oh,
you hear
I
me?
can hear you. I can hear you.
Are you echoing?
No.
Great.
Great. Turn you up.
Line up.
How was your stream?
Not bad, not bad. I had to do a little bit of an audible they had the Minds Fest this weekend, and I was going to cover a panel with Lauren Chen and Libby Emmons about like, is America going to be communist? And then, I have everything set up. I come down, I look at the pull video. I'm like, where is it? I know I put it on this playlist and whatever. And it's privated. So I was like, oh, snap. What do I do now? So we actually had Jordan Peterson brought Russell Brand onto his podcast. And that was got a little heated, but interesting conversation.
Mm.
You know me, when it gets into religion.
My friend, tell us who you are, where we can find you. Go for it.
What's up, guys? I am Lech, aka the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. I am live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, and sometimes whenever I feel like it, talking about conversation and bringing each other together. So I usually will cover a podcast or a discussion or a speech or something like that, and just kind of break down this is what's going on, this is what this person's saying, that's what see what they're trying to do, all that kind of stuff, and it's a good time.
Yay!
Come on over. What's that? Okay. I was doing it.
Well, there it is. We were just talking about, we were getting a little deep, but we were talking about the term narcissist gets thrown around a little too much. And a lot of people don't really know what it means, and I think it's because they've never actually been around a true narcissist or possibly experienced abuse from one. So it's unfortunate because I think that the stigma around domestic abuse is only physical abuse. Like, people want to see bruises and broken bones, and they don't consider psychological and emotional abuse to be actual abuse, and it's really sad.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of ways to mess with somebody's head.
Oh yeah, for sure. Let's see. Someone said emotional, psychological, verbal abuse are likely even more destructive. It has a long-term. I think it has a more long-term effect on you psychologically. Now, of course, physical abuse you have that trauma regardless after the fact. But the emotional part of it and psychological part of it is brutal.
Yeah, I mean, remember when maybe I guess when I was in like high school and middle school and stuff, like self-harm was a very common thing, and a lot of it was the idea that like, whatever I'm going through, I don't know how to internalize that pain. So if I cause myself physical pain, then that I can understand a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah. And we don't talk about that enough anymore. We always talk about, mental health used to be a thing that everyone talked about and getting help and seeking help for. And now it's like no, we don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. We need to affirm these things. We need to, I know.
I'm good.
I know. I'm like, what happened to like To Write Love on Her Arms and all those types of organizations?
Well, those are the exact same people now who are saying that it is actually the self-harm to not let them. We were just I pulled up the, I don't know if you've seen the latest Freedom Tunes video, but it was like, there's a trans G side, and it's called puberty. Every child that goes through puberty will never be able to whatever. It's like, nailed it.
Yeah. So we're affirming these kids, and they don't even know what they're talking about. Kids don't know shit. Like, kids don't know shit yet. They don't know anything.
Well, and I mean, I'll push back on that. It's not that kids don't know anything. It's just that kids have a very immature perspective. So something that seems like it's the biggest thing in the world now, they don't have the mental capacity to see like, oh, okay, I've been through something big, and I came out the other side, and I was better for it.
Yeah. Let's see. Women deaf seem more affected by domestic abuse, but it's the undoubtedly secret that men suffer a lot too. I agree. I think the song is most men live lives of constant and quiet desperation. Yeah. And we were actually just talking about this too. It's not a gender role specific thing when it comes to how relationships work or how abuse happens. It's not. Now, have women stigmatized that? Yes. Yes, they absolutely have. But now, more than ever, I think it's important to take the gender role specific thing out of something like this. It's broad spectrum. Everyone can experience something like this. Every bit of it needs to be looked into, whether you're a man or a woman. It just is what it is.
Yeah, and I think that we're talking about the soft guy era. I think that definitely has that's where it comes from. Is this notion of feminism and women needing everything going so far, and men wanting to be that provider and fill that role, but it just gets to a point where you need to make $1 million a year. It's like, what? I just got out of college. I'm 23 years old, and the messaging, the social messaging, there's no shame. There's no it should be shameful as a woman to say, I need a man who makes $1 million a year. That should be shameful.
Yeah,
it's not. It's just accepted.
I actually had a friend that was being heavily influenced by another girl that was totally into this whole princess treatment thing.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Yeah, totally unrealistic expectations out of a man. I'm like, you're never gonna find anyone. No one's ever gonna be good enough for you because you set the bar too high. You're expecting too much. You're never gonna get it. I'm sorry.
And that's why it's so perfect that it's like, if you and the drizzle soft guy era thing did really start out as a joke, but it's like, wait a minute, y'all really do want partnership, no? And one of the main dudes, because it was more of a black community thing. But the dude's always talking about white people are getting married at 18 and saving them and buying 3 houses, and you're coming out of college saying you want money for this and da 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 da, and your man is living hand to mouth. It's like, how much can you really love your man or woman again if you're forcing them into this situation where they can't live?
Yeah. And wait, what did Bam say? He said, I've never met a woman who says a man must make $1 million, but then they say, want to come feed my baby horse, and they forget everything else.
True. And that's the thing too. It's not like they actually would not accept anybody who makes less than that's just the perception.
Yeah.
It's like when a 5-year-old thinks that being 15 is so old.
Yeah. I just think that, and we were talking about the Whatever podcast a second ago, and it's real easy to become a successful podcast when all you have on there are really dumb young women that haven't had any life experiences other than selling themselves on OnlyFans, and I've probably been spoon-fed opinions either by college professors or the celebrities they follow on Instagram. They don't know any better because they lack the brain capacity to value themselves enough, to invest in themselves enough, to educate themselves. So of course you're going to have a very successful podcast, a very successful show and platform when all you have on your show are dumb girls.
Hey, they're happy to be there, so
yeah, because they're getting exposure. You look at the ones that are sitting next to the monitor, and all they're doing is this. They're going.
I just saw a stream where Destiny was making fun of Sneeko, right? And he was doing something where he was trying to talk about Islam and getting talking points and stuff. And it's so clear that he sits there and he's like, and the guy said something and he cracked a smile, but it was clearly just trying not to. I'm like, it's like, bro, you can smile. You're not cooler because you have this weird ass psychopath face on.
I know. But the guy from Whatever podcast, I feel like because he's created this huge platform, he's now exposed everyone to these women and these opinions that he has, because of course he's going to win a debate. He's going to win an argument with a woman like that, a young woman like that. It's inevitable. He's going to win the debate every time. But they are painting all women to be like these girls, unfortunately. And they're seeing a lot of the rhetoric on Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, definitely when it comes to the clips that go around, it's definitely the more the clips that are not, you know, if I was a woman, I definitely wouldn't want out there. But I do have to say that I've definitely seen a lot of clips as well of, you know, legitimate conversations. Even, you know, as somebody who's not religious, that will come up a lot, and they'll talk about how that fits into, you know, their work. And I mean, I think it's an overall negative, the podcast. I think the world would be better off without the whatever podcast. But you know, I think that, you know, in trying to build that platform, yes, you're gonna you know, bank on the pretty ladies and all that stuff, but it's just not that's how you get there. And then if you use that platform to have bigger conversations, not the end of the world, but certainly would be better.
It's not. I'm not saying that I haven't ever seen any sort of striking conversation on there where I was, you know, left like, oh, that's a good point. And it's mainly the other co-hosts that he has on there that have debates. Like when Michael Knowles was on there,
yeah,
he has some very, very good points that he made to the ladies, but that's because I know who Michael Knowles is.
Yeah. Well, he's also because he's not looking for clout. Like the people who will go on there are coming from like the red pill space, or you know, more. And so he can just be like, well, I'm Michael Knowles, and well, how exactly is it a marriage if it's just the state? What is the covenant that you're having?
That was pretty good.
Thank you.
Vamp, you said if you spent your entire life online trying to mimic porn stars, you likely didn't learn anything about life or philosophy. This is true. Is it just me, or does it seem like good women and men get messed up by the bad ones before they can find each other? Yes. Bingo. Everyone has a little baggage before they meet someone good. It seems like, yes, absolutely.
That's why you got to work on your own ish so that you can manage that baggage, and then you find somebody who's like, oh, okay, you not only that you're managing your own baggage, but you can recognize your counterpart that is also managing their stuff.
Yeah, and we were just talking about this right before you hopped on too, is that I was pointing out, because of that nature of the Whatever podcast, the red pill movement, the red pill bros, and then some women that are like all aboard that train are generalizing all relationships and marriages like as they should be textbook. They should be this way. All relationships and marriages should be this way. Yeah. No ifs, ands, or buts. And I'm sorry. Number one, no one person is the same. No relationship is the same. Certainly, all marriages are not the same. Now, you can live, if you are a Christian and you live your marriage biblically, sure, there will be aspects of certain parts of your marriage that might be similar.
Right.
But it's never going to be the same, because no individual is the same person.
Right.
Everyone has different chemistry. And I also pointed out that you should never have to change yourself in order to make somebody love you. Because especially if they were making you change things.
Yeah, I wasn't because if you're going to say you shouldn't have to change yourself at all to make a relationship work.
No. It takes two people to make a relationship work. Absolutely.
That's fair.
But if somebody is trying to change like you as a person, like authentic, what makes you authentically you, then that person doesn't love you.
That reminded me of this girl that I was dating like near the beginning of the lockdowns, and she was like, "Can you be like more of a dick?" I'm like, "No, what?"
No.
And at that time, I didn't recognize how big of a red flag that was. It was not until after she dumped me and broke my heart that I was like, "Okay, and what happened here?" And then, oh, okay. And that's the problem with the need for things like the fresh and fit and whatever and Andrew Tate It's like there's not really much better out there. It's up to you to watch that stuff and like take the tiny little nuggets of truth and throw away all the other
Filler.
crap.
All the fluff.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I feel like the caustic side of the red pill community is just an immature way of showing the collective sadness. Yes. Okay. So I don't know if you're a proponent of, actually, I'm going to leave that up. I don't know if you're a proponent of therapy.
Depends.
Okay. I'm not somebody that's like, you should go to therapy for the rest of your life.
Right.
I think you should go to therapy or counseling in order to help deal with some sort of trauma that you've experienced or grief or something that's going to help you help it pass.
Yeah.
And then once you feel like you've gotten to that point, and you stop.
Right. So I actually have a degree in psychology, and I went like that's exactly so much of it has turned into a way to perpetuate trauma dumping. And it's like there's enough people who I want to just go on TikTok and trauma dump, especially when they're committing crimes, all that. But for semi-normal people, I mean, you want to have a little bit of a private thing, and especially like the BetterHelp and Talkspace and the apps like that. Do not use those. It's just like the horror stories that I've heard. But again, it's not really about here's the issue, or let's figure out what the issue is, and then here's some steps to fix that mode of thinking. And then you go off with that new mode of thinking. And maybe 6 months to a year, you come back like, okay, I've been doing well. We'll sit for 3 or 4 weeks and get stuff figured out. And that's if you're gonna do therapy that way, or if you're gonna do more cognitive behavioral therapy, where it's like the simplest things like I used to bite my nails, and so if you like wear a rubber band around your wrist and snap it every time you feel like you want to bite your nails or something like that. That kind of therapy is definitely good. And for the average person, I would say that anybody can benefit from therapy, but it depends on the therapist, and it depends on how much baggage you actually have. If you got like a not so great therapist and you got a lot, it's probably gonna make things worse.
So I put off grieving my brother for 13 years.
Oof, wow.
And it just was something that built up. And like one day I woke up and was like, something is not right.
Imagine that.
Yeah. And so I finally started contacting different therapists and counselors, and like I talked to quite a few of them, and then finally landed with the one that I've been with now for over a year. And I love her, and we've also worked through other things too, but the way that she does things is like, because I suppress feelings so much, she wants me to be able to pull them out, but me figure out what it is on my own. Mm-hmm. So she's trying to get me to figure out.
She does a little bit of poking and prodding and see what she can get from you.
Yeah, because she wants me to understand why I'm feeling that way on my own.
And that's that's another big part of it too, is that you have to be willing to go through the process of finding the right one. Because even if it's a good therapist, that like just like with relationships, not everybody's going to be a good match. And so the number one thing I would suggest for men is to make sure that you have a male therapist. And I mean, I'm not a woman. I've never been a woman. I would assume that for women, it's probably better to also have a female therapist. But when I was younger, I didn't think of anything that way. And when I had a female therapist and I was talking to her about, the relationship I was in at the time, and that relationship ended, and looking back, there was a lot of bad advice that it came from a good place, but like you've never been in this situation, and it's so different from what that what you learned in the book, it's not going to apply here.
No. And the reason bringing this up is that I think that a lot of guys and men are so against therapy because they refuse to get in touch with certain aspects of their emotions. And
well, you made fun of it for it.
and
So, I
and
mean-
their feelings. And I think it's a coping mechanism for whatever it is that they're trying to suppress. And I think this whole hating women and labeling women as feminists is just, you're angry that you haven't found a woman yet. Probably, I don't know, or maybe you've experienced mommy issues, or what's the root of the problem here?
Well, I mean, the root of the problem is certainly not having the relationship that you want to have, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's an insecurity, because especially again, somebody who's short trying to date on dating apps, there is a legitimate frustration. We're like, hey, when I was out of the bars, nobody cared that I they might be like not interested, but I did fine. And now that it's all in the app and my height is right there, only 5'4", and so it's just like, so it's not about hating women or any anger at women. There's definitely frustration with the marketplace, but then it's about, okay, what do I do? How do I fix that? Yeah. And the only way to I can't get any taller, so I have to change my attitude. And so if I'm naturally a more sensitive, talkative, emotionally intelligent dude, well, I have to now pretend that that's not me, because if you until I've crossed a certain point where I can trust you to see that the good parts of me are what you like. Because if I lead with just talking, then you're gonna, oh, this guy has this wrong and he's short and he talks too much and he's probably into me, and he's like, yo, hey, yo, whoa, chill. I just got a lot to say, baby girl. That's it.
Yeah. Let's see. A domineering woman can break a man's spirit, and that's no different than hitting him.
Yup.
Yeah.
Yup.
Yeah.
Been there.
I think a bit of a cop-out. If you're sad go about create happiness for others, then you'll have to rub off on you. If you spread hate, anger, you'll grow much more of those. Yeah. I actually wonder what women say. I actually wonder what women say would be the right balance of a man giving into her needs versus not cooking out and firing back to stick up for themselves. Is a man's anger ever actually appreciated?
Of course not. The only time a man's anger is ever appreciated is when it is in the situation of defending her honor.
Yeah, defense.
AKA putting yourself in a situation where you shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Because she likes it.
Yeah.
So, no.
Now, I think that if you're in an argument where you're openly discussing something and you're communicating and maybe you're both getting heated, but it's out of a place of passion because you're fighting to come to a conclusion together. You're fighting to find a solution together. And yeah, fighting words may happen, and you're the man might say some things that hurt your feelings, but if you do end up coming to that solution, those fighting words were only out of passion because they care about you a lot.
Yeah,
that would be my take on that.
And that's tough, because you exactly people who don't care about you don't get into you don't get that passionate.
Yeah. Let's see. Funk Master. A man cannot be dominated by anyone. A domineering woman is just an abusive person.
What?
Man cannot be dominated by anyone. Well, unless he
except another man. There's a lot of men that can be.
If he's a cuck. I guess. I don't know.
No, I just again, I'm a short, skinny dude. There's a lot of men who could dominate. What was the word they use? Domineer or whatever. What does that have to do?
Maybe he means emotionally. I don't know. Mutual respect. No one formula will work for everyone. Exactly.
Bingo.
Yes.
69 on point.
Let's see. Oh, they're having a conversation back and forth. Yes, when it's appropriate and proportional. There is no such thing as cucks. Yes, there are.
There
are.
Ask Shakespeare.
That's just a slander. The right balance is help the other person grow into being the best they can be, calling your first page around level yogurt.
Okay, so a cuckold is a man who has his wife get penetrated by another man. That's just a
Yeah.
definition. That's just what it is. Maybe
Yeah.
people use it in this way, and that way, and that way, and that way, but that is what that is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Was
I can't even like.
what's
Yeah,
Ma'am saying here?
It's a real thing. No, it is. No, I agree. I'm just saying. I was trying to add something and I couldn't come up with anything because there is nothing to add. That's just
What-
what it is.
What's Vamp saying here?
He said it was slander. Let's see.
You're a
but
real
if-
man. A real man can stand anyone's outside pressure and do what he chooses or die in the pursuit. Sound like you living in a video game, bruh.
Let's see. If you allow it to happen without retaliation of some kind, you will eventually be a broken man. You only have baggage.
Plus, we in our soft guy era. I don't gotta stand up to nothing. All right, I'm a short king, and if you two broke, just let me know. That's all right. It's okay to be broke. You won't give me a deal with me.
I often worry that I can't find the balance between providing for my wife's needs and pushing back too hard. No relationship is perfect, but I know that I can suppress a lot and it will leak out. Well, my thoughts here, because communication is key, regardless of. You have to get uncomfortable to get comfortable, and sometimes it gets very uncomfortable. But if your spouse, your wife doesn't know how you feel about something like wholeheartedly, she doesn't know all the facts, she doesn't know all the truth, there's no way, you're kind of dancing around to get to a solution instead of just going straight down the road.
Yeah.
So I would just get it out.
Well, I was gonna ask, have you told her this? Have you said this to her?
Yeah. Communicate that.
So, I mean, the worst thing she could say is like, okay, here's some answers. Now, you might not like the answers you get, but should have figured that out before you married her.
I'm worried that I can't find the balance between providing for my wife's needs and pushing back too hard. So it sounds like maybe she's asking you of something and you don't want to do that. So I would just say, whatever it is that she's pushing for, just tell her how it makes you feel and why it makes you feel that way. And then maybe you can come to some common ground of like, or maybe she can meet you in the middle.
Well, why don't you give us an example? Because this is a little vague. Because at the end of the day, if it's it could be subconsciously a thing about, especially with a new baby. Oh, I don't know if I can trust this subconsciously. I don't know if I can trust this guy. So I'm going to test this, test that. Is he going to fail to push back on me? And then I don't trust him to be, the father, or it could go the complete opposite way. And so again, number one, as Meg, I'm pointing the wrong way, as Meg was saying, communication, but also having the understanding that you are like, she's not your mommy and like, you're the man.
Yeah.
And so you are coming to her because you are willing to discuss with her what it is that she needs, what it is that she wants from you. But at the end of the day, she's probably not going to be able to articulate it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oftentimes, without that communication and learning how to communicate, like he said, sometimes we don't know how to say what we want to say. So oftentimes we just, like you're doing, or it sounds like you're doing, is like you're holding on to it, you're suppressing it because you don't know how to articulate it. I would just say it. Just say it.
I mean, maybe like we could workshop it. I don't know, just saying it. If that
Depends what it is.
Yeah, let's workshop it and be like, okay, so this is what I would say. I would go, and then you say, okay, well, I mean, I could say that, but we have this thing, so I wouldn't necessarily want to bring up that. But okay, we can move around that. That's how you do it. Hey, that's what the ladies do. They're all in the group text for every, at least in the dating game. I don't know about once you're married, but in the dating game, if you send out a text, you send out a picture, it's going to the group chat. And the council of females will decide what comes next.
Well, what I have learned is that you should approach the situation delicately by saying, "Is now a good time to talk about this?"
or I would like to talk to you about this when it's
When
a
is
good time
a
for
good
you.
time?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to sit down and talk to you about this. Is now a good time, or when would a good time be?
Yeah. And like, I need to talk to you about a bunch of ish you've been doing is different than, hey, I want to talk about ways to improve our relationship.
An example is that I feel like I'm meant to provide and shouldn't complain. Then the inevitable happens. I have feelings. They come out eventually, and she wonders why I didn't say something sooner.
So I'm initially this just seems to come from exactly why I was saying that you should have your therapist be the same sex as you, because this is just something that as a woman she has no frame of reference for what this provider mindset does, what it is, what it entails, what it does to you. She has no frame of reference. All she knows is that you are meant to provide. And you shouldn't be complaining about normal everyday stuff. But if there's stuff that you legitimately have a grievance with, then as your wife you should be able to say, hey, like we were saying, can we talk about this? I want our relationship go well. I want to be the best man I can be for you. I want to provide for you, but sometimes I don't know if this is enough, and the reason I don't say anything is because I don't want to this, that, the other, and I think DM me. We'll work workshop something.
Let's see. Women, we need to be better at letting our men know. I need to vent. I'm not looking to you to fix the situation or letting them know I need your help to fix XYZ. Yeah.
Yeah. Why is it that I learned that this is a thing in a psychology course in college? I just like, men are just naturally like, if one of my friends is like, oh, this happened, naturally I'm gonna go to, okay, let's fix the situation. Like, I think I don't know, we were just talking about something the other day about how like men will hang out and like, oh, your friend Roger broke up with Sherry. It's like, what happened? I don't know. And it's like, who dumped who? I don't know. It's like, well, we don't necessarily want to be talking about, we want to fix what needs to be fixed and then go back to watching sports or playing this or doing whatever. And so and again, women don't necessarily always think like that. And yeah, so huge questions. Like, are you looking for like a sounding board, or are you looking for a solution? What are you looking for here? And that can help so much, because I've learned, because I could be, like I said, I'm in my soft guy era. Sometimes I just want to be venting about shit. I don't need you to tell me like, oh, well, you should do this, you should do that, you should do that. And so I've had to learn that myself. Sometimes I'm in this state of mind and be like, yo, I just need a vent. I don't even need like whatever. I'm gonna be good. Like, let me just get this out.
Yeah.
Boom. Done.
Yeah. Yeah. And I have to sometimes say that to Kevin. I'm like, listen, he's like, wait. Are you yelling at me? I'm like, no, I'm not yelling at you. I'm yelling and venting about this. It's just like, it's not you. I just need to get it out. And he's like, oh, okay. Got it.
Yep.
Let's see. Yeah. And yeah, is now a good time. Seems like a good try. It's great. It's actually something that you learn in couples counseling. Women crave discussing issues to work out their thoughts and feelings. Men think they need the how to fix manual every time she opens her mouth. This is very true.
Right. And nobody told us any different. And so it's like, if you don't, and again, this goes back to the both sides of communication. Well, if every time you open your mouth, you're getting something that you don't want, say that. Yeah. Like, hey, like, just like we said, I just want to vent. I don't need to fix this. And that might be, that will be a difficult thing for the average man to get used to, because it's just how we work. It's just how we operate. There's a problem, we gotta fix it. That's what we're for.
Your problems are not taking up the whole thing. You're fine. My mom explained that women usually just need to talk to figure it out themselves. Only give her advice if she asks, or you ask her if she wants your thoughts.
Smart.
Your mama is very smart. and telling us that for generations.
I mean, I don't know about you. Nobody fucking said that. Nobody said that to me.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until, like I said, there was a study that had to do specifically with interactions between husbands and wives and solutions and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, interesting, fair enough. And
Yeah,
now,
I think it's all, there is no manual, really. It's just like I said, no individual is the same. No personality is the same. Now, women still have the same attributes here and there, and men still have the same characteristics and attributes as they biologically should. It's just no person is the same. Everyone handles things differently. Everyone treats situations differently. So it's just a matter of, like you said, and we said earlier, is that it takes two to make a relationship work. And it's just that communication is key, and understanding, like, are you venting? Or do you want my input, or you just are you just letting it out?
yeah. And that I mean, what if he knocks over that guitar, Morty? I swear to God, thank you. The notion that even when you're not even married yet and you're trying to find somebody and you're in the dating pool, that elevates all of these things 10 times as much, because you don't have the basis of, okay, well, we have our history, we are married, we are this, I know you, and even if this is an off moment, or even if this is something that you did that I don't like in the dating stage, it could just be like, oh, I got the ick, bye. It's like, no, I didn't even, what?
Yeah. Got the ick. Bye.
Have you seen the ick list on TikTok? They have there's a guy who will just go, and it's like women will be like, I saw that he used like a plastic bag, and like, I don't know, I just got the ick. And then it goes to a different thing, and it's like a notepad, and it's like 500 items on the ick list,
and it like adds it in there.
Yeah, it's like, don't breathe, don't have a birthday.
Yeah. Yeah, I have seen that. It's so funny. Yeah, this whole like ick thing. I remember when that became a thing, and I was like, wait, ick? Okay, got it. And then it just like progressed.
How long have you been married?
9 years.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
9 years.
9 times.
What was I doing 9 years ago? Bunch of drugs. That definitely didn't. Drugs. Yeah, that definitely, spending a number of years as a drug addict didn't necessarily help my dating options. But we all grow up in our own time.
Hey, she got married at 14. No. Wrong. Well, I mean, I definitely went through my fair share of self-medicated grief. It was not pretty.
What was your substance of choice?
Mainly alcohol, with a little bit of weed. But weed. Alcohol, alcoholism kind of runs in my family. So it was actually addiction itself kind of runs genetically in my family. So I was riding a very, very slippery slope, which thankfully I was able to snap myself out of. So yeah, it could have been a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been a lot worse, but
yeah, my dad's dad, like, my parents don't really drink, and they say it usually like skips a generation, but my dad's dad died at 49 because he just used to drink and smoke and all this stuff. And I remember when my dad was turning 49, because he's like, my parents are older. I think my dad's like 70 something now, but when he was turning 49, I remember I was a little bit younger, but I was maybe like a teenager. I don't know, math, 52. He was born in 52 and he's turning 49. So whatever that is. Yeah, so about 11, 12 years old. And I remember how freaked out he was. It's like, dads die at 49. This is what happens. Like, the whole year he was freaked, especially on his birthday, with a whole year. And then he turned 50 and he was like, all right, I think I'm good.
Yeah.
20 years later, he's still rocking.
I kind of did the same thing because my brother died when he was 25 and I was 19. And so the closer my 25th birthday got, it wasn't like nothing was going to happen to me. It was just more of like, I didn't like the thought of outliving your older brother. It really hits in this weird way. And I'm sure it did the same thing for your dad.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't supposed to outlive, his dad. That's his dad. Yep. That's crazy how that shit like just messes with your brain.
Definitely.
Don't like it. Let's see. Also, sorry. Let's see. No, listen to what they think they need, what they think they want, then help find them what they truly need and want to make them authentically happy. It's not about what you sell. Yeah, you shouldn't sell yourself. Not on OnlyFans anyway. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. Wait, you're streaming again Wednesday, correct?
Yep, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, and sometimes when I feel like it, I usually try to do one members only stream at least a week. But when I do the members only stream, while it's live, anybody can view it. Okay. So if you got that bell on, you gotta pay, and you can see the member stuff. And then so that usually is on a Tuesday, Thursday, or a Sunday, depending on whenever. But yes, the live show is every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. And hopefully we'll be able to take on the Minds Fest on Wednesday. But I don't know what's going on.
Is that this weekend or was it last weekend?
It just passed this weekend, this past weekend. So next, this coming weekend is the Dissident Dialogues convention that I'm going to.
That's what
yeah, there's I gotta look at the list again, but Richard Dawkins of all people. But yeah, a bunch of different speakers, and I got the the VIP ticket, so I can network and hopefully get some peeps. Be like, hey, I'm the Indian Jesus. Come on my channel and make me famous and help me grift. And
help me grift.
I'm stealing that line from Mike Harlow. He's like, help me grift and give me money. I'm like, that's good. I like that.
Yeah. I mean,
it's always weird asking for money, right? And I didn't. Oh, but
it feels weird.
Well, and that's why I always, whenever I'm on another channel, I like to shout from the rooftop. So number one, whenever I'm on another channel, any channel, if a donation comes in to the creator, Morty, who is not a sweatshirt right now, Morty gets a treat for every single donation. So if Mega Moo, if you got a are you monetized?
Not yet.
So if you got a Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, any of that stuff, send her that, and we will feed the puppy. But honestly, it definitely, shout out to Vamp. Exactly. The world would stop if nobody asked for money. But it's tough because the thing is, we're here, we're presenting this free product, and it's not a sustainable thing to be free. But we go out there and it's like, hey, can you help out? Like, we're doing a lot. Like, this is an extra full-time job. I don't know what else you do, but I have a full-time job, and it's the kind of job where I'm essentially on call 24/7. I've always got to, I've always got to be on call for clients and stuff like that. And then this is essentially 24/7. There's comments and this and that. It's a lot of work, and it's easier for us as streamers, where the video, like today, the whole thing that I had planned just went out the window, and within 5 minutes I was able to rejigger and get a new show. Especially if you're doing standalone or like the standalone videos, then it's so much more work than what you're seeing. So all I gotta say is, please, if you can, it's not like this whole YouTube thing is meant to be for free, but if you can, it's not about dropping $100 super chat. It's not about Venmoing, your entire check. If 10, I'll just speak for myself. If 10% of my audience gave $1 once a week, I would be able to do so much more. And like, people are asking, like, oh, you should do man on the street video. I need a cameraman to do that. I don't have a camera, much less a cameraman. Stuff
Yeah.
costs money. It takes time. I gotta go. And again, I have another job. And so it's all of us, regardless of whether you're doing this, that, or anything. YouTube is a lot. And so, guys, if you are enjoying what you are watching, this channel, any other channel, support your creators. 99 cents. I've always said this when I was a server, serving tables and stuff. And everybody, if you ever get into a serving job, then you turn into like this huge tipper because you know that, people won't tip. And the thing that I realized is that if you're leaving a tip, let's just say you leave $1. That $1 is whatever to you. But that $1 to the person you're giving it to means so much more than $1. Because it's not just the dollar. It's not just the dollar value. It's the fact that, hey, somebody is saying, you know what? I can get this for free, but I think you're doing such a good job that I want to show my appreciation.
Yeah. It's essentially a tip.
Yeah.
And it's like either going to getting a spectacular service at a restaurant, or like going to see a live band on Broadway in Nashville, because they don't make any money. They make tips. They don't get paid by the bar. They make tips. So it's
which isn't an ideal system, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. So yes, guys, I'm not there yet. I'm not monetized. I don't have the dono button yet. I don't have the super chats yet, but we're gonna get there essentially and eventually. And yes, all the things. So please go, if you're not already subscribed to both of us, hit up the Indian Jesus on YouTube, on the Twitter sphere, on the Instagram, the TikToks. We are all on. You're on Rumble too, right?
Yep. Yeah. So I'm the Indian Jesus official on YouTube, and then right underneath Indian Jesus off like official on all the socials, Twix. What are the other ones? You know what it is. Social media.
Oh, thank you. Contact.
Hey, there you go. Well, in that, make sure we get our promise. This one is from Guamtag. Yummy. There we go. And that makes you the new sponsor of the stream.
I would have it longer, but I don't want to get flagged.
Smart.
Awesome. Yeah, follow us everywhere, guys. MeggieMoo32 across the board. All the socials at the top of the screen. I am MeggieMoo32 everywhere. So made it very simple. I even just changed my Venmo name to MeggieMoo32 to make it even and consistent just for you.
You give me the money.
Okay, fine. We'll split.
That was an Annika Sparing thing. Shout out to AJW. Well, thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciated the conversation. And hey, if any of you guys are hanging out, we are dipping back to the Indian Jesus after party in the Discord server. So come on through.
Yes. Do you want me to drop the link?
Yeah, I'll give you one in the thingamajigger here. Copy. So it is free to join the server. We have a couple of free channels to chat, but only members of the YouTube channel will be able to get the after party. But I do also do day passes. So if you want to just join and send me a DM and hang out tonight, we can definitely do that.
Yeah. Thanks for hopping on. I really appreciate it.
Yes. And thank you to all of you. Shout out to everybody in the audience. Everybody, please support Mega Moo 32. Thank you so much for having me on. And, Pop Culture Friday didn't go as we tried to muscle through, and we did a good job. But we're going to redo Pop Culture Friday #1. We're going to redo it. We're going to do something not about the news, not something dark. We're going to do something fun about movies, music, something like that. We're going to put it together. But Pop Culture Friday with the Indian Jesus and Mega Moo 32.
Hell yeah. You heard it here.
There you go. Thank you so much for hanging out, guys. Yeah. I will catch you around.
Bye, friend.
Peace.
All right, guys. I dropped his Discord in the chat. I'm dropping mine now, so you can hop on mine as well. And again, thank you guys so much for hopping on tonight and spending your Monday night with me. I know it's late here, even in Central Time. It's 10:30, so I appreciate your time. and your loyalty, and of course, your support and love. And I will see you Thursday night, same place, same time. Again, follow me on all the socials up top. I did drop my Venmo. If you feel so inclined to donate, you can. It's MeggieMe32. But yeah, I'll see you guys on Thursday. Have a fantastic rest of your night, my friends. Always good to be here. Always good to see you and talk with you. Love you guys so much. I will see you Thursday. Bye.